This is from Blog Mickey, blogmickey.com. Check this out. I guess the Disney company had their earnings call, and there was a lot of stuff that came out of it. But in this tweet right here from Blog Mickey, Disney expects small impact from Universal's Epic Universe opening. Uh, Let me see. Let me just pause. Is it going to play? No. On today's earning call, the very first question posed to Bob Iger asked about Epic Universe. As you may know, Universal's third theme park opens May 22nd. One of the unknown is how much the new theme park will change the center of gravity in Central Florida. Johnston took the question and offered a little bit of insight into Disney's expectation. Disney's forecast small impact on business due to Universal Epic. Interestingly, the analyst asking the question said that the impact of Epic Universe is the top question he gets, presumably from investors. In terms of Johnston's comment, they don't break new ground in terms of messaging. Perhaps it wasn't said that was more notable. Unlike in previous earnings call, Johnston didn't mention Epic Universe by name. Instead, Johnston simply said that Disney anticipates some small impact, but notes that Disney's guidance of 6 to 8% income growth in the experience division includes that impact. So they're still expecting lots of growth. In November 2024, okay, I won't go into that. Here it is. Regarding Epic, we did a model that into our expectations for experience outlook. As mentioned earlier, the early bookings that we have next summer are actually positive. So that's certainly a positive indicator. We also looked at the history of other attractions and other park openings in Florida. It seems it's been beneficial for us. That is very much captured in the guide we provided. Less than a month later, Johnston said Disney had some negative built in the opening of Epic Universe. While the comment was a departure from rising tide lifts all ships sentiment from November. It's exactly what Disney is forecasting today. Johnston said that the booking still looks strong for summer 2025 at Walt Disney World, and there has been no change in the previously offered guidance. Do you guys feel like Epic Universe is going to have a small impact in Walt Disney World? Or do Walt Disney World people, they don't care about Epic Universe? I like Disney. Like, how do you guys feel about all that? I'm curious to hear you guys'
I
opinion.
think honestly, I think Disney's like right on the nose with this. I think it'll be a very small impact. Um, because I feel like a lot of people going out to Epic Universe are also going to do Disney while they're there. It's just like that's what's going to happen. They're, minutes away from each other. There's not going to be a major, like, we're only here for this. If anything, it's going to significantly impact Universal, and everybody that's going to Disney World is now going to want to go visit Universal because of this new opening. But I think that a majority of the people who are booking trips to Epic Universe will probably visit at least one of the Disney parks while they're there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I 100% agree with Noah. That was going to be my thought too. I agree with the small impact, because and this is only because Universal's kind of hurting themselves with their ticket policy. No one's going to book a vacation, including me. And we were
I'm
talking
in the
about this,
same
but
boat too,
there's
Dan.
like there's a huge YouTube creator, a huge TikTok or Twitter person, Jenny. She does a lot of videos. She's done a lot of videos on theme park stuff. Jenny Nicholson. She even said, like, when are they going to release single day tickets? She's like, am I even going to go during opening year? And like, for her not to go during opening year is like a big deal. And I am not going to fly to Florida from the West Coast to go to Epic Universe for one day. Like, I'm not doing that. So to Noah's point, like, I think what we will see is that people will probably, if they're really excited about it and they really want to experience an opening year, they're gonna do the 3 day ticket that Universal's forcing them to buy, and then they're gonna use the rest of their trip to go to Disney World. So I think the small impact is correct, because maybe someone who would have spent a full week at Disney World is now only spending like half a week at Disney World. So I think the small impact makes sense.
I don't get why they
Mm-hmm.
didn't go the route of like, let's hook people in with like a 3 to 5 day ticket. to any park. You go wherever the hell you want. You want to go 3 days at Epic? Go ahead. Because right now they're locking people in for 1 day at Epic, and then you have to use your 2 other days at the other park. I feel like a lot of people are inclined of like, I don't even want to do the third day. I'm going to Walt Disney World. I'm going to Magic Kingdom or whatever. Yeah, I feel like this strategy, I don't think it's playing out that well. That's just my opinion. You
Yeah,
know,
I think they have to do it because of like crowding and stuff. But I probably would expect whenever they open up regular 1 day tickets, they can probably expect a little bit more of a bigger impact at Disney World than they would have had. But I think they're right to say that a small impact's all they expect because not a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are gonna go to Florida and not go to Disney World. Like Noah said, it's only like 15 minutes away. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like it's not like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
it's very rare you hear anybody go like, "I'm only going to Universal." It's like extremely rare. Extremely.
Exactly.
You're spending all that money to go to Florida, California to Florida. I'm going to Walt Disney World. It's just that's how it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, yeah. I think small impact is probably correct too. Uh, there's a lot of factors though that are going to come into play. Does Epic Universe, does everything work? Right away. When new attractions, new lands happen. Look at Rise of the Resistance. That was a S show for a long time. And
Yeah.
uh, what is another thing that opened recently? Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Look at that one. All those. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm really curious. Like, let me ask you guys this: if Epic Universe opens and it's just like the rides aren't working, the organization is bad. They still have this 3 day, 1 day only at Epic. Like, does that just discourage a lot of people? And like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till next year because I feel like that could happen. That could happen where people are just like, I don't want to deal with that opening month, opening day, opening year madness. I'd rather just go next year. Do you think that'll happen a lot?
Yes. I think that's gonna happen. I mean, I don't expect Universal to have anything major. I don't expect rides to be broken down. I don't expect things like that. What I do expect and what I can see going towards a negative direction is the crowd. Like if there's too many people there, it's going to make it not enjoyable for anybody. We had to wait 5 hours to get on a ride. We had to wait 2 hours to get food. We had to like that ruins the experience. So I feel like that's kind of what people are waiting to hear. Plus it doesn't help that they're opening up in May when the weather is going to be so hot and most of the people don't visit Florida in that time. They kind of avoid it unless they're doing, water parks or whatever. It's not like a super popular time for people to go unless they're going for like school breaks.
Yeah.
But I think like the first couple months until it hits like that summer vacation of lots of, schools, like it's going to be, people are going to wait out to see if they want to go. They're
Yeah.
not going to jump on
Right.
the opportunity right away.
What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, I think there's some people in the chat even have said we're waiting until next year, Valeria Dixon, until all the hype dies down and the bugs are worked out. Right? We've talked about this too on the show, like especially with the ticket limitations. If you're going out there and traveling there and you're limited to just 1 day, all of these attractions at Epic Universe are crazy, like very advanced attractions that will have probably some pretty significant downtimes within their first year, pretty regularly. And probably could be, it's not unusual to see like a downtime that lasts the whole day sometimes. Like
Yeah.
that happened with Hagrid's roller coaster, right? It would go down in the morning and then it would never come back up the whole day. And like imagine if you're there and like your whole reason to be there, for instance, is to ride the like Universal Monsters like Unchained attraction and like it's down the whole day and you just have that 1 day ticket because Universal won't sell more than one. To me, it's not worth the risk. Like I'd rather go when the bugs are worked out and when I can like experience it for more than 1 day and not have to like hope and pray everything's working on that one day that I'm there.
Yeah, I understand everything you guys are saying. I agree. Uh, you imagine you go the one day you're going, and the Harry Potter ride just down all day, or it reopens and the whole theme park goes to it, and it's like 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could just feel that S show already, and it's 95 degrees and humidity. You feel like crap.
I mean, the thing they have going for them is that there are so many lands within Epic Universe that it's big enough for people to spread out. Like it's not
Yeah.
like, a Galaxy's Edge where there's, two attractions and that's where everybody is. It's kind of like we're all doing our own thing. Like you go where you want to go. Um, and I think that's kind of like a positive thing that they have going for them is that there's going to be enough space for everybody to spread out where hopefully it's not ever like, the ride just opened, everybody go there because then it's kind of like, it's huge.
Yeah. And for all we know, like all the crowds could just run a Super Nintendo World, you know? Like
True.
yeah. I
There's heavy hitters in there for sure. Like people, it depends on what you like is really where you're going to go.
yeah. Yeah. To stay on topic with Epic Universe, I gotta mention this. This kind of surprised me because I was like, "What the hell?" Uh, and it's from Blog Mickey again. There's rumors that Epic Universe park operations take over next week as phase previews begin. What? Supposedly, like team member previews could be happening like in the next month. Uh, what do you guys think about that? May is the big one. It's the opening time, but
I
February.
hope we get some leaked videos. That's what I hope.
That's
The
what I
thing is, like,
keep.
some people are like so anti like spoilers. I love all the spoilers. I want to see every spoiler. I want to watch every POV. Like I'm all for that. Like I'm never one that's like shies away from a spoiler.
Yeah, yeah. I want the spoilers too. I don't care. I don't care if
Hmm.
I'm spoiled ahead of time. Uh, like to me, I'm excited for them to start working and like actual humans writing these things. Like the real testing is happening. And what's going to be cool too, out of these team members, say there is no leaks, they'll be talking about it. There'll be videos like, "Hey, this is what I saw. This is what I felt. This one food was good." Uh,
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon Land is way better than I ever thought. Like we're gonna hear all these things.
Yep.
Are you guys ready for that? For the feels of like what it feels like inside the ride to start coming to the internet? Are you guys ready for that? Because Epic
Yeah.
Universe has been this big thing that's just this unimaginable theme park opening, and it's like we're right.
Hmm.
There's rumors that park operations taking it. What do you guys think? Like, are we ready to hear these opinions on the park?
I'm ready for that. I'm
I'm
excited to
ready.
hear kind of what everyone thinks. It's gonna help us then lay out a plan of what we want to do. If somebody says, the Universal Monsters ride is absolutely trash, but the How to Train Your Dragon one is the best thing they've ever done, it's kind of like now that's gonna factor into like when I get the opportunity to go, where I'm going to start, what I'm going to do. I'm excited to hear what everybody has to think. And it's good that they're testing it early because hopefully by the time it opens up to everybody, there won't be as many kinks that they have to work out.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Danny? You ready for all these reviews, or you just like, I don't want to hear nothing?
Yeah, I'm ready for all of it. I want to hear what people think. I want to see like what they thought of the rides. We're already hearing like some early chatter about Stardust Racers and how they had to like rethink the whole ride because it was creating too much G forces and it would just make people like pass out. So
That's
they are
crazy.
like they're like adding like more brakes to it, slowing it down because it was just it was creating way too many G forces on the top hat and just all kinds of stuff. So they're Alicia Stella has been posting all about it.
Damn. And those are good things. Like, yeah, I don't want nobody passing out on a ride. That's I can't believe that roller coaster is that intense that people were like, like it's like that extreme. I didn't interpret that roller coaster as an extreme ride.
That's
Well,
like
I think
flashbacks to Wonder Woman.
yeah, I think it's just the way that it forces you to do maneuvers, Mondo, like from an up to a down. Like it's just it's quickly going through everything really fast. And so I think, like Noah was saying, like the Wonder Woman, like that's a perfect example. That ride like just shoves you through so fast. Like this
Yeah.
was kind of doing the same thing. Like there's not really a rest.